Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On the double. 44, Mike, 44. Nice, sweetheart.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Cardinals. David Johnson, 76 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
We got this. At their own 18-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, first and 10 at their own 18.
Hey, Zeus. Hey, watch it.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. To the right side and complete to Thomas. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a third down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Ready?
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Over. 12.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a second and 2. On second down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So after the run by Kamara, now another first and 10. On play action, now Breeze. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Sammy!
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Demario Davis able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Murray. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Marcus Davenport in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. Steps away to him, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now Kamara, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now Breeze. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. They run, it's Kamara, and he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Breeze to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hill. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
That's another Saints first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Breeze now on first down. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
They're running it. Check that ball.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Kyler Murray, a 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. He's checking. Please. Watch the whip. 44 is Mike. Check.
Murray now on 1st down. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Several media outlets thought Andy Isabella was the top receiver in this year's class out of UMass. He dominated his senior year there. 1,700 yards, 13 touchdowns. They really say that he can just take a top off a defense. He ran a 4.31 40 at the Combine, 3rd fastest of all attendees. And then he was taken 62nd. A lot of experts think he was a major bargain with loads of potential. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete to Isabella. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. Maybe
just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. In for the score. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Check 6.
To throw is Breeze. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And Cook has it, left side. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
First down, Murray. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. A.J. Klein gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Murray now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Let's go. Rush in. 25.
Throwing on third and long. Murray, he'll rifle this one deep. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Check 15. Check.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. On second down, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, as the first half is winding down, and the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try to get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The final shot before half for Breeze. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Kill! Wide, over. Get wide. Shit.
Shotgun now for Breeze. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it with Kamara, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Now Breeze. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
47's the mark, boys.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Back to you. Check nine, check nine.
On first down, Breeze. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
2 yards, good enough for a first. So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Breeze to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Buda Baker with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot, and if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there, and sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit.
They come out here in the I. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal.
All day, baby. All day. 11. 58, boys. 58. Hey! I set.
Breeze going to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. I got it. Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Switch. Delta. Go.
On 2nd down and 4, Murray. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Demario Davis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
Right there, 56. 56, the mark, boys, 56. Check 56. You can't block. Twist. Check 24, check 24. Watch it. Go.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Terrell Suggs in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one.
He's checking crack. Over. Tighten up. Check recon, 132 fighter.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Ready? You ready? Blue down. Easy, opposite.
There's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dayon Buchanan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. And that is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
It's a turnaround down.
first down carry here for Johnson. Runs through the contact. David Johnson on his way. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, his third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. Throwing now is Murray. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right?
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Terrell Suggs, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Breeze now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs, needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. Big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game. Exactly the formula they need. I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. It's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Watch the twins.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. To the right side and complete to Thomas. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From the 44, Breeze. His throw incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still...
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Dayon Buchanan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here. Breeze going to go on 4th down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. They begin the drive with Johnson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Here we go. Touchdown. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Move.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just won't. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going.
And that's caught inside the 30. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.